Hey guys, and welcome along to this Absolute Abs class with myself. My name's Dave Cross and I'm the Program Manager and Master Trainer for PureGym. So welcome back to our PureGym Live. Today's workout, Absolute Abs, you just need your body on the floor, mainly. You don't need any kit, no weights. If you want to have a mat for comfort, then please feel free to do that. If you've got any sort of injuries or anything you need to sort of restrain yourself with in terms of movement, please just make sure that you take care in the movements that we do, and I'll talk you through any progressions and regressions that you might need to take to help you get through the workout. It's short, sweet and fiery, and it's going to concentrate on your entire core, 360 degrees of it. So without any further ado, I think we should get started with the workout, and I'll see you at the end in about 20 minutes, all right? So take a lie down on your back. Let's make a start. Oh, we've started our watches, right? Yes. So lying down on your backs, just try and be comfortable with the first few minutes here. We're going to try and prep the upper, the lower abdominals and the obliques so that when the workout truly starts, we're ready to go. So do this, feet on the floor, fingertips to temples, and it's a good old-fashioned crunch. 2-2. Lift, lift, lower, lower. Up, up, down, and down. Now we're going to stay here for a little while just to make sure that the sheet of the abdominals are going to get really warm. So you're going to tuck in the chin very slightly and roll the rib cage really close to your hips. As you do that, get your shoulder blades off the floor so you're rolling into a little ball. A little faster, single time. Up, down, up, down. Squeeze in and out. And as much as possible, I'm going to encourage you to keep the elbows fairly wide. That's going to stop you from thinking that you're crunching higher by tucking them in. 8, 7, 6, there's already some heat going on in the upper abdominals. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to slow things down and just raise the knees only. Up, up, down, and down. So we're going to lock the knees at 90 degrees and just lightly tap the heels down onto the floor. Now alternating, single leg, front leg and back leg, going lift and switch. And all this though might not really feel like it's doing much. Actually, it's telling the lower abdominals and the lower back to be a little grounded, strong. Now do that again, but as you do it, potentially start to extend the legs a little more. So the bend in the knee gets a little longer. Now you're only here for a few more. Hold the feet down, C-crunch, 2-2, up, up, down, and down. So now it's both upper and lower abdominals working together. As you lower the feet, try to aim on keeping the lower back down toward the floor. Good, you've only got a few more. We'll call that the last 2 here. 1 more. Now hold the knees up, let the arms rest down, and bring your knees down to one side. Back to the middle and switch. So not only are we mobilizing the lower back here, we're also getting the obliques to just start getting a bit of a play. 4 more. 4, 3. Last 2, try to pin the shoulders down onto the floor and make this one your last one. And that is your warm-up. Done. Touchdown. Well done. Now do this. Come over onto your front. So we're straight into the workout now. It's literally a few minutes to get the upper body, the upper abdominals, the lower abdominals prepped and fired up. Now we're going to do this. We're just going to set up to try and work some of the deeper core muscles. So you'll do this. Have your hands placed directly underneath your shoulders. And although this might feel a little strange to get started with, it's going to get the movements right first. So you're going to do this. Have your feet touching the floor with your toes. The knees are on the ground under the hips. And you're just going to slide the hips back toward the heels and then push forwards. Now as you push forwards, think about pushing the shoulders almost in line with the fingertips. So that when you do lean in toward the shoulder, you're starting to just brace through the core a little more. Some of you might be thinking, hang on Dave, this is a little easier than the warm-up. Oh, don't worry, I'll get you there. Now try and just push the hips further forwards as they come in line with the rest of the body, but without letting them fall down toward the floor. And then if you feel good, you can do this exact same thing, but with your knees off the floor. So in a plank, going sit back, push forwards. Sit back, push forwards. Now the sit back, you'll notice that the knees are staying off the ground. But if at any time you prefer, you can always sit back and then lift the knees. Sit back, knees down, push forwards, knees up. So it wants to be real smooth at this point. I'm going to ask for just 4 more. And although this is an absolute abs class, I'm telling you here, this is a full core workout. And actually, a little bit of a leg workout too. Last one. Now listen, do this. Just hold and touch the knees down. Rest. Or an active rest, let's call it. So we're still loading up the core. We're trying not to let the hips sink down toward the ground, so we're going to stay lifted slightly. And you're going to do this. You're going to walk down to your forearms. Watch first. Down, down, up, up. Down, down. Now join me if you can. Forearms, hands. And if you're watching really closely, you'll notice you're going to alternate the starting hand. And as you push up, try to keep your hips and shoulders square to the floor. I'll ask you to keep going, but if you feel good, you can do this with your knees off the ground, but staying really square. And if you've been watching our social media channels, you might have noticed as well that we do a lot of these in some of our challenges. 4 more. Two more. 1 more time. All right, a short pause here. Hold. Head and shoulders push forwards. The pause can either be held or you can drop the knees, or if you need some time to breathe, you can sit back and recover. Head and shoulders push forwards. And let's do that 1 more time. Drop, drop, push, push. I'm not going to keep you here for much longer because I want to try and cover a fair bit of work today. Knees or toes. But also try to notice that I'm trying to keep my hips as still as I can. Last one. Time. Good. Well done. Core doesn't just mean working the abdominals. We're also getting the shoulders and the chest to play around as well. It's the torso, front, back, side, deep, superficial, and all that. Come and lie down on your back. So that's a bit of push work done. And I'm going to go back to trying to isolate through the upper and the lower abdominals. So let's go back to the C crunch. 2-2. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. This just reawakens the muscles. Should we hit those singles? Yeah, go on then. Lift, lower. So we're kind of going back to warm-up movements. 4, 3. Now you're going to go back to the slow reps, but watch the difference. Slow, extend the legs on the way out. Slow crunch, extend the legs. And if that's ticking your boxes, try and extend the arms as well. Go, crunch, extend arms, legs. But if your lower back is pulling off the floor, just a little too much, you can always tap those toes on the ground. Let's try that same thing, single time. Yes. And when you're extending the arms, it's okay to briefly let the head rest on the floor if your upper body and your upper abdominals are feeling a little tight. Let's go for another 8, please. Go. 8, 7. And the lower you can get the legs without the lower back lifting, the stronger you're going to become. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, hold. All right, short recovery. Now do this. Just push your heels into the floor and lift up your hips. This is a bit of an active recovery to try and get the glutes working and the abdominals recovering at this point. Well, we're 10 minutes in. Banging, we're halfway. Just another little lift of the hips. An active recovery. You should be breathing a little faster. Body's nice and warm. T-shirt's a little bit sticky, and that's a good thing. Settle the hips down. Right, this is where things are going to start to step up just a little bit in terms of intensity. But remember, everything we've done so far has options, has regressions. So if when you extend the legs, it gets a little too much for the lower abs, or the lower back pulls away from the floor, please keep a bend in the knees. But this is what we're going to try next. We're going to fix our legs straight out, roughly 45 degrees. The higher they go at this point, the more comfortable this is going to be. So the lower your legs are, the more strain it puts, pulls your hip flexors, tilts the hips and gets the lower back to lift. So we're going to try and use our core to pull the lower back down to the ground, all right? Now let's do this. Extend the legs, and we're going to bring the front knee in as you crunch. Slowly, in, out, and switch. In, out, and switch again. So we're always going to alternate the legs. But fixing the legs super long and strong at the end encourages the lower abs to train harder. And as you're doing this, now you've got the movement pattern. Think about what the lower back is up to. If you're feeling like it's really arcing, then you maybe just want to keep a little extra bend in the knees. Or you can crunch and tap your feet back on the ground. You got the move? You got the moves. Yeah, single time. Go. The upper back and the shoulder blades peeling away from the floor. One more. Hold and hug the knees. Good. Give your lower back a little massage into the floor. We're going to do that once more before we go back onto our fronts. Wicked job so far, guys. Well done. All right. Touch the feet down. Round two. This one's a little shorter because we're already starting to feel that fatigue. And the last thing we want is to put the lower back under too much pressure. So anchor the shoulders, extend the legs, and let's go straight to the singles. Mark, set, go. If it feels a little awkward, you can always leave the legs out straight and just try to crunch. Last 8, 7, remember the choices. This doesn't mean that you're not strong enough, it means that you're choosing the option that's going to give you the best results. Last 2. Last 1. Hold. Well done. Well done. As gracefully as you can, roll back over onto your front. If you want to take a little sip, do what you need to. Have a little towel down, and we're going to move on to our next sequence. Now this next sequence, you need to think a little bit about it. Only a little bit. But I will always, of course, guide you through. Now, we're going to come down. Rather than being in a plank on your hands, we're going to drop into a hover. You're going to be planting the forearms into the floor, but with your arms laced like this. The reason why they're going to lace is to allow you to rotate to the side. So here's what I'm going to get you to do soon. I'll show you first. The arms are laced so that you can turn and rotate. Now notice the top leg can straighten as the bottom knee can bend. And then we reset back down to 2 knees. You can do the same thing, of course, on the other side. But try to rotate your entire body together. So that's shoulders, hips, and knees or feet. So you're turning onto the insides and outsides of the feet. We'll practice the rotating hover first, and then we can move on. So lace and rotate, go. Open, close, switch. Open, close. Now right now I'm staying on my knees to get the movement right. And let's see if you can tap the knee down as the elbow drops. Lift, lower, tap. Lift, lower, and tap. Good. Whole body is moving as one unit. Just imagining that there's actually a plank of wood running from the top of the head to the base of the spine. 2 more as a practice round. Last one. Now I'm going to get you to just hold there. If you get the chance to watch the screen, do so. When you lift up, we're going to move into a leg lift and arm extension. Watch from the side. When you're here, leg lifts, arms extend, because we're then going to go into 2 side crunches whilst keeping the hips lifted. Then we're going to reset back down and rotate to the floor. Got it? If you've not, just watch the first one and join in. We go open, extend and lift the leg and crunch. In, out. 1 more crunch. Then tap the foot back down, rotate, and do the same to the other side. Turn, lift the leg, extend the arm. Crunch in, extend out. Another crunch. Turn, rotate, and if you missed the first one, join in now. The crunch itself, you're going to try and point the elbow and the knee up toward the ceiling, and then tap the foot down, rotate to the other side. Go. Arm overhead, lift the leg, crunch in tight, squeeze in the ribs to the hips. Turn and rotate. Now let's try it maybe on the toes. Turn, lift, crunch. And if you're lifting that top leg with the bottom knee off the floor as well, try to lift the hips too. Touch down, rotate to the back now, go. I reckon there's time for 1 more each side. Go. Crunch in and out. Remember, you can drop the bottom knee if your hips start to lower. Turn, rotate, last time to the back. Go. Go on, extend the arms and the legs as long as they'll go. Touch down, rotate, and sit back. Woo! That's not bad. That is not bad. All right, reckon it's time for 2 more moves? I think so. Ooh, the floor is absolutely soaking. Take a little crawl, have a little sip. We're almost there, team. Okay, now these last 2 movements, they're all going to be facing the ground. The first one, again, as much as you've signed up for absolute abs, sometimes we get the impression that it's only abs that we need to work, abs, abdominals. Told you it was a 360-degree core workout, so do this. Lie down on your front. We're going to be working the upper, mid, lower back, and glutes. We won't spend much time here, but be really aware and really conscious that these muscle groups sometimes are missed out in workouts. So it's really nice to make sure we've got a full balanced session. So you're lying on your front. Currently the toes are touching the floor. Your arms are going to extend like a capital Y. You're going to try this. Squeeze at the fists, and you're going to pull the shoulder blades back into the spine as you lift the chest, extend out. Try that again. Lift the chest, extend out. And if you spend some time in the gym, and you might know some of the pull down movements like a lat pull down, this is a similar movement to that. Now your shoulder blades, your upper and your mid back, pull them back and down as if you're sliding them into your back pockets. If you feel good, lift your feet as well. But it's not just your feet, otherwise it's just bending the knees pointlessly. So we're going to try and lift the thighs as well. 8 more, and then we've got a finishing move for you. 8, 7. Point the toes, lift the thighs. Final 4, final 4. All right, we're gonna kick straight into our last movement. Last rep here, hands, hold, under shoulders, push up, mountain climber, go. 1, 2, 1 and 2. We're not here for long, but we're gonna tell the core to work until it can't work anymore. Knees are forward or tap the toe, tap the toe. 15 seconds and you're done, run. Oh, you're nearly there, you're nearly there. Going, 8, 7, 6, 5. And time. Good. Hey, the shoulders got a bit of work there, the deep core muscles did. Beautiful work. Sit back, relax, shake out, roll your shoulders, grab a drink, get a towel, do whatever you need to do. But that is your absolute abs workout done for the day. Maybe we'll see you later for another workout. Maybe you'll rewind and do it again, but who knows. But guys, stay safe, be strong, enjoy, and we'll see you soon. Take care, guys.